Welcome, peeps. We live. It looks like we live, so we gotta share it out now. Playing Christmas. Look, we got this get
1 second.
Welcome.
Welcome. What's going on, family?
He called us off guard with that. Like, let's get this.
You got to find the motivation that drives you, that is so, it's got to eat at you.
You get paid in proportion to the difficulty of problems you solve.
Fourth way to make money is cash flow tied to a capital gain.
I paid for all the greatest advisors who all they did was sell me on how come I need to hire them every day to come and work for me instead of educating myself to understand if they were robbing me or not.
A growth environment is a place, this is huge, where failure becomes your best friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, 10X changed my life, and I promise you, if you execute on this, I promise you, your life will get 10X better.
Peace, family.
Good day. I'm trying to still get this up here.
Okay. How you guys doing?
Good. We're all ready.
All right. So this is Alicia Minto checking in from South Carolina.
Hey, what's going on, family? This is Chris K from New Jersey.
And Tasheen Poole here from South Carolina.
We are bringing you real money talk.
From real people.
On a real journey to real financial freedom.
We have been called to break down global economic concepts and ideas.
To help you grasp the realities of what's happening around you and how they impact your livelihood.
So hear the red pill revelation from our perspective as thinkers, as we navigate through this twilight zone and what we can do in the now to protect ourselves.
We are the Real Money Entourage.
We are the Real Money Entourage.
We are the Real Money Entourage.
We are the Real Money Entourage, guys. Welcome. We were definitely, I know I was slow on the draw. Chris was ready to get this conversation fired up. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Please make sure that you like, subscribe, and share our YouTube channel and this episode here. We came to you last on Wednesday, and we were talking about the wealth gap. We had some good information about debt and credit and how it all relates to what's going on right now. Tonight, we're going to switch it up a little bit and take you down memory lane, if we could, as we go down memory lane so that we can dream again. But you want to, before we get into that, I definitely want to say you want to make sure that you go back and check out our episodes because we do want to give you some value and let you know what real money is. Okay, so with that, I'm excited about tonight. Our incredible co-host, Miss Alicia Minto, this morning was on Kansu's show, and maybe Chris, you can give the plug for that because I really don't have the information. But she sparked something in me as a dreamer, right? We only call for dreamers. And she made me think about the fact of what's going on right now outside of the red pill situation. What we don't want to lose sight of is our dream, because we know that we become what we think about. So we just wanted to go back there and kind of tell you a little bit about ourselves and maybe relate. Maybe one of you can relate to our journey as we free ourselves from the current system of debt in this money system. So I'm from South Carolina, right? You guys know that. I met Chris and Alicia actually in Karatbars, but my road to that was, I used to think when I was younger, and this is my question to everybody here, what did you want to be when you grew up, right? Or what did you think you would be as you got older? So I was thinking that I would be a teacher. I remember having like because I was one of the oldest cousins. It was me and, there's only one other person that's older than me. And so, yeah, the younger kids used to be our audiences or my students. So I used to think that I would be a teacher. But I mean, in a traditional sense, I believe that now I'm teaching in a sense too, but traditional teaching is what I thought. So I guess my life in that moment, guys, look at that, us combining together. I just thought of that it came full circle because now I get to teach. So that is what I thought I would do. That is what I thought I would do. So I'm gonna ask Chris and Alicia, like, what did you think you would be doing? And are you doing, I mean, did you touch any of that? Yeah, what did you want to be when you grow up? Did you even have that idea?
Chris, you can go ahead first.
I mean, as a kid, I wanted to be a veterinarian, honestly.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I love pets. I love animals. Like I've always been an animal, you know. As I got older, I got into music, and I think it was more or less due to the fact it was a channel for me. It was like therapy for me. It was something that, you know, kept me out of trouble. I was a troubled teen. I was a troubled child. School was not a forte for me. I stayed in, you know, I thought the information was boring. It didn't grasp my attention. It didn't keep me planted, and it didn't help me really learn. I was kind of like, the stuff I learned, it was easy to learn, but the way they was teaching it was like, slow down. So long story, music became part of me. And like I said, I still practice and I do the music as therapy to me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't expect for me to be where I'm at now, as far as the position I'm in. So I mean, never in a million years did I think I was ever going to be, you know, the first person in my family that actually had physical gold, saving physical gold for generational wealth. You know, juries and all that's another situation, but we talking about wealth. You know what I mean? So, you know, as a kid, like I said, I wanted to be a veterinarian, and I wanted to play with the animals and, you know what I mean, help them. I wanted to help. You know what I mean? I still feel that way, but you know, my life kind of went, you know, it went a different lane. So, you know what I mean? But here we are now. Here we are.
That is good. Alicia, what about you?
So, yeah, I really never had a vision for a career young. When they would ask, so what do you want to do when you grow up? I never really honed in on anything in particular. It wasn't until probably my second or third year of actual high school where I met a teacher, and occupational therapy was something that stuck. So I thought about occupational therapy and said, okay, that could be a route. Ended up actually going to school for radiology after high school, and ended up in social services. So, I think they all tie in together in regards to, kind of seeing people at their worst and being able to foster, care for, nurture, just manage them through, to a better time. So young, there was really nothing there. Through elementary school. But it really hit me about, mid-high school that was something I wanted to do. And in regards to Karatbars, I mean, it took me to be, a W-2 earner to becoming an entrepreneur. And with those two, that's a mindset shift. So I really feel like I had to go through that path in order to really see the magnitude of what, being a business owner and an investor had the potential to do in regards to getting me to a bigger dream. So now I'm definitely dreaming bigger. I do have plans for the future and plans for what this wealth will bring for my family and myself and my community.
That is awesome. That is so awesome. So, and we come, and you mentioned this morning in your interview, we come from three complete different backgrounds, areas on, the planet. And it's interesting though that we have one commonality. All of us have one commonality. And that is we are all on a path to freedom. We all are on the path to freedom. And when you said, when Chris, you said that you went to school, you met a teacher, and the teacher gave you maybe an idea to be an occupational therapist that led you that way. So I want to ask you, do you think that was purpose? Because we actually had a show, Purpose or Product, and not product in the sense that it was an actual product. Because the reason I'm asking is Chris's outcome was completely different, and I'm saying this, guys, to make a point, to the viewers that we all are different, but we, at the end of the day, we are all the same. But Chris, he's passionate about animals, which is why he thought about being a vet. Like, we could hear the passion of him talking about helping the animals. Right. So that was clear, passion. But would you say yours was passion or purpose? And you just needed something? What gave you, do you think, the mindset to just settle for, to be a W-2 employee?
So I believe a few things played a role. I was a teenage mom, so it was definitely, you probably need to cut off any desires to dream, because now you have a life you need to support. So it really became grind. And what's the most simplistic way to grind than to know that you have the stability of getting a check every week or every 2 weeks, that will feed your family. So I think I thought I had to at that time put any dreams or aspirations on the back burner, to have this false sense of security in a job. And it really took me to to just experience life and experience that there had to be something different. When I got fed up, I didn't complain about my job because I loved my job. Mm-hmm. But there were certain things that just no longer felt right. They didn't sit well. And so that's when I believe that mind shift happened to get into entrepreneurship, and then, transition into, helping people. I mean, I was always helping people.
Right.
Right. From the ideas of occupational therapy to, going to school for radiology to, working in social services for 16 years. And now I'm still helping people, really get financial health in order, Right. So there's still that, and then the case management part, you follow people through steps and through progression. It's nothing is a quick fix in anything that I thought I wanted to do. It's going to take time. There's going to be a process. You're going to have to follow some kind of system in order to get from point A to point B. So I think it all fell into my need to support, and then a need to have purpose and passion, and they just all fell into alignment. So yeah, it definitely wasn't by coincidence that those things happened, or that teacher made that mark at that point in time.
Right. That is pretty awesome. That is pretty awesome. At what point, Chris, do you think that you might have thought that your life wasn't going to happen? I necessarily believe that I was going to go to school to be a teacher. I don't know if I believed, because I didn't know the process. And actually thinking about it now, that lets me know that I cut that off a long time ago, because I'm like, I didn't even know what I had to do to become a teacher. I just knew that's what I wanted to do. But we were talking earlier about going to school, and we have those imaginations and we have those ideas. And I'm sure, even though you didn't know what you wanted to be or be, because we associate that as who we are, when it's not. It's just a job, which is separate from who we are. Right. That's just something we do. That's an experience that we have. but that's a red pill. We're not gonna go there because we're sticking to the dream. But I said all of that to say, I don't think that we realize that when we leave, when we go to school and we sit in the class and they tell us that we're daydreaming, that they're cutting off creativity from our kids. Our kids can't be creative like they were before we went to school because, you know, because they have to sit in the classroom and the teacher says, Chris just explained it. He said he was bored. He said he was bored. At what point, Chris, did you?
Like I got honor rules before and all of that, but I just was bored sitting there. I always would end up in trouble because I start fidgeting, and now I want to start throwing stuff at my man across the, you know what I mean? Like, so it was boring for me. But you know, I think my that decision changed for me when I started realizing the trouble I was getting into, because it kind of put me. I think the more so the guidance counselors and stuff, because it's funny how they tell you what you want to be or what you should be, instead of really trying to figure out who you are and what you're good at. They don't take enough time to really see what you want. And I think that kills a dream right from, that's like a dream killer. So you growing up through high school and you just getting all the dreams you thought of, just, you know, they're being shot down. You're being prepared to walk into a corporate world where you have to nine times out of 10 become an employee, where you working for somebody else's dream. They never give you a chance to live your own dream because you're too busy on the schedule, 40 to 60 hours a week you working, and you ain't got time to dream for yourself. So I think like school it more or less kind of like pushed me away from what I really wanted to be. And it really was the fact that I was disruptive, or they classified me as disruptive because the work was boring. The school
you were being your natural self. You were being your natural self. And that's and so today they remedy you being your natural self with ADD medicine, and they have names for it. We have lost. We don't know who we are. That's another red pill. I'm not even gonna go there.
Society is pretty much trying to form and mold us to be something that we really are not.
Correct.
We're being trained to walk in the line, and we might not be good walking the line. I don't know. So
right, because as soon as you step outside the box or step out of line, or don't sit straight in your chair, or you know, with anything, you are labeled, and then you're medicated so that you can get back into the box and sit there idle.
With everything that's happening, with what you just said and everything that's happening, like, we just gotta pay attention. We have to pay attention, especially now, even with everything going on. We encourage you to still dream, because we dream and we visualize, and we are going to get through this. We know that we're on a journey. We know that that's going to happen. But it's going to be a time where we need to be prepared, and that time is now, so that we can get through, weather the storm, and come out on the bright side. Come out on the bright side. That is the whole point. So you want to have a dream, so you know where you're going. So you know where you're going, so that you know that no matter what, nobody can take that away from you. Okay, so we're about at 20 minutes. Ms. Watkins said we were walking robots.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know what? I have to highlight this because we're talking about dreaming, right? So I have to highlight this. This book, The Dream Chaser Manifesto, is written by Ty Best, who's the CEO of Wealth Builders Worldwide, one of our top leaders within the Carrot Bars world. And you know, you have to understand that it says a dreamer's guide to surviving in a jungle of non-dreamers. I mean, that says a lot right there. That says a lot right there, because we, like Tashin said, we know that we're going against the grain. You know, if something wasn't remedied, or no, not remedied, if something wasn't fed to you in school and now you've discovered it, and you are, screaming to the hills, hey, listen, guys, hey, look over here. There's something different. There's something you may want to take a look at, because it wasn't put in a book that the school provided you with. We're outside the box, right? We're in a jungle because people just aren't able to see what they've been conditioned not to see. So I definitely recommend, you can ask us how to get your hands on this. It's an easy read, easy read, but it's worth it. It is definitely worth it, because it's hard for a dreamer to dream and dream big in a world where you're taught to walk in a straight line.
You took the words out of my mouth. Oh, man.
It's hard. It is hard. And we're doing it together, which is awesome. We're not on this journey independently. Yes, nobody can tell us how to do it,
Right.
or when to do it, but the path has been laid, and why not walk the path that has been laid? I don't necessarily need to build my own table. I'm pulling my chair up to a very well stable and well-dressed table that actually has 7.2 billion seats at it. So you can pull up yours too if you choose to. But I'm definitely not going out of my way to build my own table. I will build my wealth and share with you, and we all will share with you how to build yours. But don't work smart, not hard. And just work smart. That's it. Work smart. We've learned that. Let's apply that.
Yeah. Chris, do you have any closing remarks?
Please think and do some research. Reconsider all the information you was ever told, because it's a good chance that it's not official. And if you want to be real or dealing with real topics and real situations, if you want real in your life, then you need to find some real information, because the information that we was told is only beneficial for others. It's not beneficial for us. We need to really consider what's going on. So, just do some research, I ask the people, man, and, check on your family, man. There's a lot of scary tactics being thrown around out here, and it got a lot of our people a little razzle dazzle, in other words. So check on the folks, man. And get some money, baby. Get some of this money. You feel me? Get some of this money, man.
That part.
And dream big, and because the real money is going to help you. It's going to help you. That's the whole point. This is why there is no competition. There is no competition.
There is no competition.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Chris, you're gonna us out.
Oh yeah, let me let y'all go. At the same time, we love our family, man. Y'all keep doing the research. Shout out to Wealth Builders, shout out to Team MGM, shout out to Team WBW, shout out to Team Union. We can go down that list.
Winner circle,
we get you heard?
Peace.